Begin by bringing your awareness gently into the present moment, as if you are stepping into a soft light that welcomes you exactly as you are. As you settle into this space, allow yourself to sense the subtle presence within you that has always been there. The part of you that existed long before the world asked you to change, long before you learned to hide certain emotions, and long before the layers of responsibility began to shape your identity. This presence is your inner child, a quiet echo of innocence and sensitivity that continues to live within the folds of your being. You don't have to search for it or force anything to happen. Simply allow the awareness of this part of you to rise naturally, like a memory surfacing from deep waters, gentle and effortless. As you breathe, imagine yourself softening into a deeper stillness, and with every slow exhale, picture yourself dissolving the distance between who you are today and who you once were. The inner child does not communicate in words alone. It speaks through emotions, through the reactions you have when you feel vulnerable, through the longing for safety, love, and understanding. You may notice subtle feelings arising, perhaps a tenderness, a slight ache, or even a warm familiarity. These feelings are not here to overwhelm you. They are here to reconnect you to the simplest, truest parts of your spirit. These sensations remind you that the inner child has always been waiting, patiently, quietly, for your attention. As you connect with this younger version of yourself, you may notice that this child has stories, memories, moments frozen in time. Some of these moments are joyful, alive with playfulness and wonder. Others may hold sadness or confusion, perhaps even fear. Whatever arises, welcome it with compassion. You are not here to judge or fix anything. You are simply here to witness, to acknowledge that this aspect of yourself deserves to be seen. When you give the inner child your presence, something profound begins to happen. There is a gentle unraveling, a loosening of the emotional knots that may have tightened over the years. This unfolding is not forced. It occurs naturally, in the same way that a flower opens when touched by sunlight. As you explore this connection, notice how the inner child responds to your awareness. Maybe it steps forward cautiously, or perhaps it hides at first, unsure if it is truly safe to emerge. This is natural. Emotional wounds, even the quiet ones, teach the inner child to protect itself. So approach with patience, as if extending a warm hand, and letting the child decide when to reach back. Your presence alone begins the healing. Your willingness to acknowledge the child's existence creates a foundation of trust, a silent promise that you are here to understand, not dismiss, to listen, not silence. Let yourself feel the energetic bond forming between your present self and this tender part of your past. It is a connection that transcends time, a reminder that healing does not come from rejecting what was hurt, but from embracing it with love. When you see your inner child clearly, without conditions or expectations, you begin to understand how many of your present emotions, reactions, and patterns come from this early version of you, not to blame, but to bring awareness. Awareness becomes the key that unlocks compassion. And compassion becomes the bridge that brings you back to yourself. As the connection deepens, imagine the child looking at you with eyes that hold both innocence and unanswered questions. Maybe those eyes once looked for comfort that wasn't always given. Maybe they looked for reassurance that wasn't always available. And now, in this moment, you are the one who can offer what was missing. You are the one who can show up with steadiness, with gentleness, with the reassurance that they are no longer alone. Feel how powerful it is to acknowledge that you have become the safe presence your younger self always needed. In this soft and sacred space, notice how the inner child begins to relax. The shoulders soften, the breath deepens, the energy shifts. It is the beginning of trust, the beginning of healing. When the inner child feels recognized, something inside you begins to settle, as if a long forgotten part finally finds its way home. This recognition alone is transformative. It opens the doorway to the deeper work of reparenting, to offering care, love, and understanding in ways that reshape the foundation of your emotional world. And as you hold this presence, As you remain aware of this tender being within you, let a simple truth settle into your heart. Healing begins the moment you choose to see yourself with honest compassion. Begin by allowing your breath to slow down, settling into a gentle rhythm that feels natural and unforced. With each inhale, imagine yourself drawing in calmness, and with each exhale, imagine releasing any tension lingering in your body. As your breath deepens, feel your awareness expanding into a softer, quieter place within you. This is the beginning of creating a sanctuary, an inner space where your younger self can feel completely safe, supported, and held without judgment. This sanctuary isn't something you need to build through effort. It forms naturally as you allow your mind and heart to open with intention. Feel yourself stepping into a realm where only peace exists, a place that recognizes your truth and invites you to rest in your own presence. As you continue to breathe, imagine a warm light surrounding you, a light that feels like comfort, like safety, like unconditional acceptance. This light is not separate from you. It is an extension of your awareness, a reflection of the love you are capable of giving yourself. Let this light expand gently, filling the space around you until it becomes a cocoon of warmth and stillness. In this inner space, nothing demands from you, nothing pulls you away, and nothing threatens your peace. Here you are completely free to arrive as yourself without masks, without responsibilities, without anything that weighs on your spirit. Feel how liberating it is to enter a space where your only role is to breathe and be. Within this sanctuary, you may begin to sense a subtle shift, as if the younger version of you is observing from a distance. Curious, cautious, perhaps quietly hopeful. You don't need to call them forward. Allow the space itself to speak for you. A safe environment is not created through words but through presence, through the feeling that nothing harmful can reach this child here. Let the light soften even more. Let it become gentle and inviting, like a soft glow that wraps around every corner of this inner landscape. Your inner child will approach in their own time, drawn not by force, but by the security they feel emerging through your calm, steady presence. As this child begins to sense the safety of this space, notice how the energy around you becomes more tender. You might feel the air grow warmer, or the colors around you brighten, or a sense of quiet wonder fill the space. This is the natural response of the inner child to feeling protected. Children, whether literal or symbolic, open up when they feel safe. They explore when they feel supported. They trust when they feel held. Let this awareness deepen your understanding of the sacredness of what you are creating. You are becoming the guardian of your own inner world, the source of protection your younger self may not always have experienced. As you hold this space, reflect on the nature of emotional safety. It is not about perfection. It is not about having all the answers. Safety is created through consistency, through presence, through the simple act of showing up without judgment. When your breath is steady, your mind quiet, and your intention clear, you are signaling to your inner child that this is a place of refuge. You are silently saying, "You are welcome here. You are safe with me." Feel how these unspoken words resonate within your being. They become a promise that you are willing to hold space for the healing that wants to unfold. As the sanctuary becomes more vivid, allow your senses to bring it to life. Perhaps you imagine soft textures beneath you, like grass or sand or a warm cushion. Maybe you see gentle colors, pastels or golden light that soothes the heart. You might hear a faint breeze, the hush of water, or simply the comforting silence that invites you deeper into stillness. Whatever arises is perfect. This is your inner world, shaped by your soul's longing for peace, created from the quiet wisdom that knows what your heart truly needs. Trust what appears. Trust what feels right. This sanctuary is a reflection of your authenticity. With every breath, strengthen this space. Reinforce its boundaries not with walls, but with intention. Intention becomes the energy that holds everything in place. Tell yourself quietly, "Nothing can harm me here. Nothing can harm my inner child here." Let the truth settle into the foundation of the sanctuary. Let it weave through the air, like a subtle vibration of safety. This is the environment where healing becomes possible, where vulnerability transforms into strength, where the heart learns to open without fear. Feel the presence of your inner child, becoming clearer now, sensing the stability of the space you've created. Notice how their energy begins to relax, how the fear or hesitation starts to dissolve, how they begin to trust the quiet invitation of this sanctuary. This trust is sacred. It is the doorway to deeper healing, to the connection that allows you to begin nurturing and guiding this tender part of yourself with compassion. And as this sanctuary settles into your awareness, as it becomes a place you can return to again and again, remember that safety is the first gift you offer to the child within you, the foundation upon which all healing unfolds. As you continue to sit within this gentle inner sanctuary, allow your breath to guide you even deeper into a state of openness. Feel the warmth of your presence filling the space around you, becoming a steady, comforting energy that naturally extends toward the younger version of yourself. There is no rush here, no pressure for anything to unfold in a particular way. Healing does not respond to force, it responds to kindness, patience, and sincerity. So allow these qualities to rise from within you, soft and effortless, like waves returning to the shore. Notice the tender presence of your inner child nearby, perhaps standing just at the edge of your awareness, perhaps closer now, drawn toward the safety you've created. This child may hold emotions that were never fully understood, moments where they longed for reassurance, for someone to say, "I see you, I hear you, you matter." These needs don't disappear with age. They are carried silently within the heart until you are ready to acknowledge them. And now, in this quiet space of compassion, you are ready. Begin by offering the child your full attention. Let your gaze be soft, warm, and accepting. Feel the sincerity behind your presence. You might imagine kneeling down to meet them at eye level, letting them know through your posture alone that you are here, not with authority, but with love. You are here to understand, not to correct. You are here to comfort, not to judge. Let this truth settle in the air between you, a gentle message conveyed through silence. As you connect with this child, sense what they are feeling. You may notice shyness or sadness or a longing that was never spoken. You might see confusion in their eyes or feel the weight of emotions they were too young to process. Don't try to remove these feelings. Don't try to change them. Simply be with the child as they are. Simply hold space. There is unimaginable healing in being witnessed with compassion. Now imagine extending your hands toward them, not forcefully, simply offering. Let your palms radiate warmth as if a soft golden light flows from your heart through your hands. This light carries everything your inner child ever needed but did not receive consistently: unconditional love, safety, encouragement, patience, and tenderness. Feel this light reaching them gently, like a warm breeze touching their skin. It does not push, it invites. If the child chooses to step closer, welcome them. If they choose to place their small hands in yours, feel the connection that blooms from that simple gesture. It is the beginning of trust. And if the child hesitates, that too is welcome. Simply hold your hands open and allow the love to flow. Trust is not something you demand, it is something you earn through presence. Softly, speak to the child within you, not with words that analyze or explain, but with words that comfort. Tell them, "I'm here with you." Tell them, "You didn't deserve the pain you felt." Tell them, "You are safe with me now." Feel how these words settle into their heart, dissolving old fears, loosening the tightness of unspoken emotions. They may cry in your imagination, or they may simply soften. They may reach out, or they may lean into your presence. Whatever happens is exactly right. Offer them reassurance the way a loving parent would. You might place a hand on their back, or gently embrace them if they are ready. Feel the warmth of that embrace becoming a healing force that flows through both of you. This child has waited a long time for someone to understand them, someone to say, "You did your best," someone to acknowledge the moments when they felt alone. You are giving them what no one else could give: not because others were incapable, but because this form of healing can only come from within you. As you hold them, imagine whispering all the affirmations they longed to hear. You are enough. You are enough. You matter. You don't have to be strong all the time. I will protect you now. Let each phrase settle gently into their being, like drops of warmth melting old ice. Feel the shift within them, a softening, a release, a sense of belonging that begins to spread through their small frame. You may notice the child beginning to glow subtly, their energy becoming lighter, brighter, freer. This is the natural response of a heart that finally feels heard. It is the energy of healing unfolding from the inside, not through effort, but through love. The child may look at you with gratitude or relief or a newfound sense of trust. And in that case, you might feel something within yourself healing as well, because offering love to your inner child is ultimately an act of offering love to your entire being. Continue holding them in whatever way feels right, through presence, through touch, through silence. Let them feel the steadiness of your heart, the sincerity of your care. They are no longer abandoned. They are no longer unseen. They are no longer navigating the world alone. They have you now, your wisdom, your compassion, your stability. And as you remain in this moment, let the truth settle deeply within you. Offering love to your inner child is offering liberation to your soul.